All right, guys. So we'll start now. Good afternoon, everybody. Uh, my name is Anshul, and we are from the Solution Consulting. I lead marketing and growth for the Solution Consulting. I have with me our HR functional consultant, Mr. Meghnad, and he'll be giving you walkthrough of Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR module and our own ISV Pewol 360 for payroll management. Before that, I'll just walk you through the agenda. Uh, uh, First, we'll talk a little bit about the solution consulting. Uh, what is our approach to digital transformation? Then we will look a little bit on Microsoft Dynamics 365 overall solution capability. Then we will talk about why human resources is a very necessary function for in today's business scenario. Then our functional consultant Meghnad will give you a deep dive demo of Dynamics 365 HR and Payroll 360, and then we will open for Q&A, where you guys can discuss question us on overall Dynamics 365 ecosystem, and we'll be happy to answer. All right. So, as I said, our company is the Solution Consulting. We are a Microsoft Dynamics Gold implementation partner. We are headquartered in Dubai, and we are present in two other countries as well. That is in India, and we have just started our operations in Riyadh, that is Saudi Arabia. Uh, we started our operation 7 years back with a 10-member team, and in just 7 years we have grown to 130 plus consultant strength. We have delivered over 100 projects in just 7 years, and we are proud to say that we have delivered almost 100% project successfully, and most of our clients are still with working with us, and we are providing them support and maintenance. Uh, in terms of the services that we offer, we provide end-to-end IT consulting, end-to-end implementations, any third-party integrations that you would want with uh, Microsoft Dynamics 365 technologies. Any on the top customizations that you have, annual support and maintenance, any analytics requirement that you have. So all the services related to Microsoft Dynamics 365 technology, we'll be able to assist you with that. In terms of the expertise that we have expertise into whatever that comes under the bucket of Microsoft Dynamics 365, be it finance, supply chain, CRM, HR and payroll, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps, uh, uh, see, any other particular solution which comes under Microsoft Dynamics 365, we'll be able to assist you with that. We have deep expertise in almost all the industries, be it retail, healthcare, manufacturing, money exchanges, energy, real estate. We have also developed recent capability in the education sector as well. We have worked with a couple of companies in the education sector. So we are increasing our portfolio as well. So these are the sessions that we have covered so far. We have covered 5 sessions in this series. 4 sessions are listed over here. These 4 sessions are of the core modules that we have covered: overall capability of Microsoft Dynamics 365. Then we did a session on deep dive into finance module, then supply chain module, and recently we conducted project operations. One more session that we uh, did, I think, 20 days back, 20, 30 days back, was on, it was an industry specific session on pharmaceutical distribution and pharma retail. Uh, all these videos, webinar videos, chunked into small bit-sized videos are available on our video library, which is present on our website. You can go through, you can explore that particular video library through this link that is mentioned in the website, and my colleague Anjana will also put the link in the chat box as well. Okay, so very quickly, this is the overall digital transformation philosophy that we follow. We do not consider us ourselves only a uh, technology solution provider, but We do not only solve your technology problems, but we solve your business problems through technology. Migrating from on-premise to cloud, implementing an end-to-end ERP, or upgrading to the newest version of ERP is only the tip of the iceberg. But we also help companies build digital business models, which helps them adopt changes, which can help them grow and make them more resilient to prepare against uncertainties that might come into the future. We also imbibe a culture of leveraging the data so that our clients can have the most honest conversations across all the stakeholders in the organization, be it employees, be it board members, partners, suppliers, or customers. So this is the overall solution capability of Microsoft Dynamics 365. Uh, Starting from finance, supply chain, project operations, HR and payroll, intelligent order management. Under CRM, there comes marketing, sales, field services. Under customer engagement, there comes customer insights, customer voice, customer service. So Microsoft Dynamics 365 as a solution can completely manage your business, no matter which industry you belong to. And as a differentiator, Microsoft Dynamics has a data intelligence platform as well that is called as Power BI, which can help you with all the analytics and all the intelligence that you can leverage from your the data that you will be generating. On top of that, in case your business requires complex applications that can be very easily built on Power Apps and Power Automate, these are low-code applications which can be very easily built by our technical consultants. Uh, and these on the right hand side, you can see the benefits that you are going to get with Microsoft Dynamics, be it streamlined process, end-to-end automation, uh, uh, definitely cost reduction, uh, improved better decision making, improved flexibility. These are some of the benefits that our customers have enjoyed. And in case you would like to know more about Microsoft Dynamics, do let us know in the chat box. We'll be happy to reach out to you. Uh, my colleague Anjana will share a quick poll with you guys so that we can understand your knowledge of Microsoft Dynamics, and it will help our functional consultant to understand what kind of audience do we have today. Anjana, can we run
Okay.
the poll quickly?
Yes, yes. I hope everybody can see the poll on their screens. Please do respond by choosing one of the options. Anshul, we have around 65 responses so far,
Mhm.
out of which 29% of them are looking to implement certain modules of Dynamics 365.
Okay.
34% of them do not know anything about 365, and
Mhm.
37% of them are just casually exploring.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
So majority of them are exploring Microsoft Dynamics 365 for the first time. So it gives us a hint that we have to start from the basic in terms of whenever we'll start with the deep dive demo of Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR and Pewol 360. All right. Uh, so I'll move on. Uh, Now we'll talk about before going to talk about the Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR module. I'll just wanted to emphasize on why human resource function is uh, getting extremely critical for businesses these days. I mean, a decade ago, HR function was considered something that is required in terms of managing a business, a checkbox that needed to be ticked for management. But in last few years, the things have really changed, and HR function is treated as a game changer for businesses. It has built a lot of advantages in last few years. The companies that have utilized HR function really well, they have built a really good HR capability and systems in place. There are multiple factors through which HR function has proven to be a game changer for businesses. And first, on top of my mind, here comes hiring only. Uh, we all know that the kind of talent war that has been going on in the world, the company that is able to hire the right talent, or rather the best talent, have superseded their competitors and gained a lot of advantage. The second prominent factor is the employee engagement. If the HR function is able to preserve the healthy relationship between the company and the employee, ultimately it helps in employee retention. Uh, the third factor is not just automating the whole HR process through a solution, but uh, today's uh, new companies, what they are trying is they are trying to leverage the data that is getting generated through these HR processes, and they are mining it to get the right intel for the business management to take key decisions related to hiring, related to performance evaluation, related to rewards and recognition as well. uh, now now the whole crux is, imagine uh, managing all of these things for hundreds and thousands of employees, uh, which are sitting in multiple geographies across multiple functions, uh, in multiple complex hierarchies, uh, with very, very small HR teams in place. It's a hectic task to do without having right HR systems in place. So there is a dire need to automate all the HR processes, generate the right level of data, and mine that data to uh, uh, get intelligent, or rather make your business management intelligent in terms of taking the decision. Uh, the next topic that I would like to cover is what are the key automation challenges the HR function faces today. The first important challenge is that, uh, as I said, there are people are working in multiple geographies, across multiple functions, across multiple complex hierarchies. So what the roles and responsibilities that they perform on a daily basis, it's very difficult to measure their productivity. And if the productivity is not measured properly, the productivity is not controlled properly, that results into low revenue per employee, and that's a very risky aspect for a company that is growing. The second important factor is disconnected HR systems. Now, across the whole value chain of HR, there are multiple teams that are working, be it the talent acquisition team, be it the onboarding, training, uh, uh, payroll team, or rewards or recognition team, performance evaluation team, termination team. All these teams, if they are not communicating well with each other, if the information flow is not going through a right channel, then what happens is these teams uh, perform a lot of tasks in an overlapping manner, which in turns creates a lot of total cost of ownership for the company. And the third and the most important factor is that the programs that HR function creates for employee engagement, uh, the employee responses are not properly recorded or measured, which in turns results in employee satisfaction, and employee satisfaction in turns results in higher attrition, which can be detrimental for a company that is growing. Now, talking about Dynamics 365 HR module, it's, as I said, it's a complete ecosystem between employee managers and HR professionals, where all the HR processes are automated, and it creates visibility and transparency among whatever daily activities that are happening between employee and managers, and HR function is able to assess it. On top of that, the differentiator for Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR is the extensibility part. I'll detail it out in the next slide. The whole extensibility ecosystem that the Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR module has created. At the center, you can see these are all the out of the box features of Dynamics 365 HR. And out of this central circle, you can see there are multiple technology arms that you can integrate with your out of the box features. It could be people analytics and feedback, which can help you take informed decisions. Power BI, workplace analytics. These are a couple of solutions that can help you better your analytics and reporting and decision making. HR assisted support and case management, which can be completely managed by Dynamics 365 customer service. Expense management, which can be managed by project operations. Any application that you would like to build uh, uh, out of your Dynamics 365 ERP solution, and want to integrate it, it can be very easily built through Power Apps, Power Automate. Uh, as we say, across the tip of the HR value chain is the talent acquisition, and we all know how big LinkedIn Talent Hub is. So LinkedIn Talent Hub can be easily integrated with uh, the talent acquisition aspect of Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR. And there are multiple applicant tracking systems which have been built by multiple partners across Microsoft App Stores that you can leverage. Learning and development, LinkedIn Learning, succession planning tools, learning management, performance management. These all tools are available for you to get integrated with your out of the box features. One of the most important aspect of Dynamics 365 HR is the payroll. Uh, Now, Dynamics 365 HR comes with a standard payroll, which has been developed for the US entity. US regulatory compliances and requirements are adhered for the standard version of the payroll management solution. What the solution consulting has done is we have created a global payroll solution called as Pewol 360, and it takes care of uh, any kind of regulatory requirement or regulatory compliance that a particular geography has, and it can help you run your payroll very smoothly. Our functional consultant Meghnad will detail it out when he is going to show you the demo. Uh, these are all the Microsoft Dynamics 365 HR module functionality, out of the box functionalities. Most of it will be covered in the demo. In case you want a specific uh, feature to be demoed, you can put that into the chat box, and when we'll do the question and answer round, we can showcase it to you. All right, time for a quick poll. Anjana, can we please run the second poll of ours?
Yes,
We wanted
Anshul.
to understand your preference, whether you are looking Dynamics 365 HR module separately, our ISV solution Pewol 360.
Yes, the poll is up. I request all of you to please respond to the poll. Yes, Anshul. Again, we have around 65 responses,
Mhm.
out of which 14% are looking at only Dynamics 365 HR module, 17% are interested in Pewol 360, and 69% of them are interested in both.
All right. All right. Great to know that. All right. I would hand it over to our HR functional consultant, Mr. Meghnad. Uh, Meghnad,
Anshul, yep.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Anshul. So, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Meghnad, as introduced me, Anshul. I'm the lead HR and payroll consultant from TSC. So, based on the poll, first, I will start by showing you how a Dynamics 365 is going to look like, by showing you what is the basic functionality, what you can expect from it, and what options do you have to manage your business process. Then I will start showing you the agenda of this webinar, like HR and payroll solutions. So before I start, let me start sharing my screen. Hope everyone is able to see my screen. Yeah. So if you see, like, this is the landing page of D365 FNO application, where it's going to show you this workspaces, what we call, like, which are going to help you to manage all your process in a user-friendly way at a glance by navigating through workspaces. And on the left-hand side, what you see here is the left navigation pane, which consists of the home screen and your favorites, recent workspaces, and the modules. So when I click on modules, you are going to look at all the modules that comes as out of box in D365, even including with our payroll management ASV solution. Okay, so all these are like the modules what you have in D365, like to manage your accounts payable, receivable, budgeting, and GL, general ledger module, human resource module, payroll management, procurement, everything. Okay, so on that, like, I will start showing what are the solution capabilities of standard human resource management module. Then we will start looking, like, going to a deep dive into our payroll ASV solution, which is Pewol 360. So I'll start sharing your a brief presentation on what are the solution capabilities, and I will switch in between to show into the application as well when I cover a certain area of topic. So, this is our agenda. We'll have a human resource overview session, then the solution capabilities, and a demo on human resource module functionalities in the application. Then the next steps like Q&A. So first is this organization hierarchy. So in standard human resource management module, you have an option to check your organization hierarchy either by your reporting manager or positional hierarchy, or even Microsoft is giving you an option to create by your required project wise, matrix wise, whatever the hierarchy you want, that can be, configured in the application. So I just go to application and show you like how this organization hierarchy is going to look like. So here in the application, if you navigate to the modules, here you have this human resource management module, and in the positions you have this position hierarchy. So by default, this is going to generate you the position like line manager hierarchy, where you are going to see the organization or your as your top node, and below the organization the president level, who is the top management in the organization, and the below reporting hierarchies to the top management. So these are your nodes which by which you can see like what is the reporting hierarchy for each reporting position. And on the right side, you can see the positions which are not even mapped to your hierarchy, so that you can take an action like to which reporting position these positions has to be mapped as a reporting. And here you have an option to generate your hierarchy either by position or as per your requirement. If you want to create it by department, even you can go on creating your own required hierarchy and you can generate the chart based on it. Then next is this recruitment. So when there is a need for a recruitment, either the department head or the required department users, they can raise a recruitment requisition form, and based on the workflow approval process, this requisition form will be approved by the manager, like HR department. Then a recruitment project can be created in application by the recruitment officer. So in the recruitment project, you have the option to manage all your recruitment process by adding the applicants from your recruitment agencies or the job portal. And you have the option to do the funnel of candidates by using the skill analysis tool, which is a very powerful tool, what you see in Dynamics 365. By setting the required competencies or the required education qualifications, whatever the criteria that you need to funnel your candidates, you can system can automatically do this skill analysis, and it will give you the best matching profile from all your candidates what are created in the application. Then based on the funnel of candidates, you can shortlist your candidates and add as an application to your recruitment project. And these candidates can be routed through an interview process, and the rating can be given, all this process. And there is one user-friendly option in order to communicate with your candidates. Like you can create your email templates in order to communicate with your applicants whenever there is a need to send to the applicant, like your resume received, shortly will be notifying with your interview schedule, or whenever you're shortlisted, will notify to you, and to release an offer letter. So all these communication emails can be set in the application. And when there is a need to communicate to these candidates, you can directly send this email directly from the application rather than going to your Outlook or a email application outside the system. So I'll just show you how this recruitment process is going to look in application. Then we'll move to the next section. So here again in a human resource module. Before I go to the recruitment process, I would like to show you the jobs where we have the option to set all the required competencies or the criteria that an employee is going to fulfill for this particular job. So here if you see, Microsoft gave an option to set all the required skills or certificates or tests, education qualifications, screenings, job tasks, or areas of responsibilities that this job is going to consist of, like which has to be performed by the employee that is going to be recruited for this particular job. So after setting all these required criteria in the job level, then when you go for the recruitment project, here under recruitment projects, we have an option to create the recruitment project by giving all the details of like when this recruitment project is going to start, when it is going to end, like what is the deadline to accept the candidates, and what is the closure of this recruitment project, and when is the estimated start date for the employees. And we have an option to publish this recruitment ad in our employee self-service portal, so that employees who are having access to D365 can directly like send their resumes if they are interested to apply for this particular job. Then on the top pane, you are having this option to check your applications, which are already shortlisted and added as an application to this recruitment project. And here on the status column, you are going to see like on in which status now this application is there, like whether he is in the received state or confirmed or rejected or already hired in the organization. So before adding this application, like we should do the funnel of candidates. That can be done by using the skill analysis tool. Under the skill mapping profile, I'll set all the required range, certificates, skills, and the education qualification I would like to look when I'm going to go for this recruitment of this particular position. Okay. Then after setting all these required criteria, on the top, I will execute this skill analysis. Then system will automatically give me a result like what are the best matching profiles in order to go for this recruitment process. So if you see, Bill is going to match to the best matching like 66.67%. And even if I want to check it as a report, I have this option like which is going to give me a detailed analysis like what is the best matching for this candidate. So in this way, I can like do the skill analysis for all my applicants. Like system is going to give me this analysis. And after doing this analysis, I will automatically like I will add these candidates as a application to my recruitment project. So after adding as a application to my recruitment project, I have the option to do the interview process by creating or by scheduling an interview to these candidates by using this application interview. And directly, like I can send this interview schedule to the candidate as an email by using this send meeting invite. And the same way, in order to communicate with these candidates, we are having this application communication option where you can create a letter or send email directly by using this create letter and create email option. So when you click on this, like a letter will be going to be generated automatically, which can be sent to the candidate by using this create email option directly from the application. Okay. So here under this communication, you are having this option to create even these communication templates for the email. Like if you want to design your own template, like in this way, like you can directly merge as a word merge, like or a Excel add-in. You can merge this candidate name or the schedule, whatever the fields that you want to bring dynamically to this email body, those can be added. And whenever you are sending this particular email with this template to the candidate, these details will be automatically fetched from the application and an email will be sent to the employee or the candidate personal email address. So after doing all the interview process in the application, you are having an option to give the rating for this particular application. Then you can directly hire this candidate by using the hire option on the top. So the user-friendly option, what you can find here is like when you are going to hire this candidate, all the candidate information that you already saved in the candidate profile, like the competency, or the personal information, contact information, all these details will be automatically transferred to your employee profile so that you don't have to again go to the employee profile and keep on updating all these details which are already available in your candidate profile. Okay. So again, here, whenever you're going to hire this candidate, there is one user-friendly option here. What you can see during the onboarding process is there is one option to add a checklist to this hiring process. What we call it is a onboarding checklist. And in this checklist, you are having all the tasks that are going to be done or that are going to be completed by different department users with respect to this onboarding process. So this task checklist, I'm going to explain you in detail when we go to the next session, when next slides. Okay. This is how you can manage your recruitment process in D365. Then, as I told, there is this task management option in D365, which can be used during your onboarding process, offboarding, or the transition, like when there is a change in position or change from one department to other, or during the promotion. During all this process, you can use the task management, which can which can be initiated to manage all the tasks that are going to be fulfilled, that are going to be completed by different stakeholders or the different department users. So the functionality what you can see in the task management is here under this task management. First, I will show you this onboarding, which is similar like all other offboarding transition. Only thing is like you will be initiating these checklists during the respective process when you are going to do. So in the onboarding checklist, these are the checklists which I created with the task, like a group of tasks. So for my onboarding process, I created like a group of 4 tasks as one checklist. And in these tasks, like I mentioned, like who is going to be the assigned user that has to complete this task, and within how many days this task has to be completed. All these details can be added in the task. And whenever we are hiring a employee, this task can be initiated in the hire process, and automatically this task will be assigned to the particular user or the employee, or by position wise, whichever criteria you want, you can apply whenever you are creating a task. So to those respective users, this task will be initiated and the due date will come automatically based on the joining date of employee. So I'll just show you a task which I have already initiated. This is a task management workspace. So here what you are seeing are the onboarding tasks which I already initiated while hiring this John Jacob employee. This employee start date is like from 4th of December. And if you see, the due date is automatically updated as 30th of November for one task, and 1st of December for the two other tasks, and 4th of December for the next task. So this due date is automatically going to be filled or going to be updated based on the timeline what I set when I'm creating those tasks in the setup. So whenever there is a requirement to check like whether these tasks are completed or not, user can directly come to this workspace, and he or she can go to this, the HR manager can go to these all tasks, and they can see like what are the tasks that were initiated and in which state now it is, like whether that is already completed or not started or in work in process. Then if there are any overdue tasks, then the HR manager can go to this overdue task tab, and they can see like, okay, these are the tasks that are supposed to be completed by this time and the task is not completed, it is like overdue. So those can be followed up with the respective user and they can ask them to finish it. And under the left side you can see like my task, which is going to showcase you only the tasks that are assigned to you in order to complete. The same way you can see this transition, like these are the tasks that are going to be initiated when there is a transition of employee, like from one position to other position or from one department to other department. And these are like on offboarding tasks, like when there is a resignation or termination of an employee. During that time, the same way like how we are going to initiate this checklist during the hire process, during the termination process also you have this option to initialize this checklist. Automatically the task will be initiated to the respective users and they have to finish the task before this offboarding of an employee. Then next is our personal management, which is going to be like how you can manage your employee profile and what details you can update in the employee profile to manage all the personal details. So just show you like how an employee profile is going to look and what are the details that you can capture in your employee profile. So this is the employee profile in D365. I'll just So where you can see like you are having this profile tab first, which is going to show you the work summary, name details, addresses, contact information, personal information, and whether you want to use this employee to do the skill analysis or not. So here, if I expand this work summary tab, it is going to show like all the work summary related information of this particular employee and the name details, and the addresses, contact information, everything. And on the top pane, you will see all these work related items like changes in position. If you want to terminate, you can initiate this termination process from here. And if an employee is going to be issued with a warning, then you can use this employee warning menu item where you can assign a warning to the employee, like first warning, second warning, and on which date that warning is issued in order to maintain your disciplinary actions. Then you are having this employment history, like all these as a audit view changes everything. And if a checklist is initiated to this employee, you can check what are the checklist or the tasks that are initiated for this particular employee under this related information. Then you are having this person icon where you can find option to update the identification numbers like employee passport, visa, driving license, all those identifications. Then the personal contacts where you can save employee personal information like the dependent, even along with the address of the dependent, all these information can be updated. And here under this competencies section, you have option to update all the competencies for this particular employee. And under the development, you can see this reviews like performance goals or reviews of this particular employee. So in this way, in one glance, you are going to have a overview look or overview glance of this particular employee related work, person, leave, compensation, everything. Then there is one option like to update injury and illness of your employee in D365. If you are managing your blue collar employees where you want to track whether there is an injury happened to an employee and what is the treatment cost that incurred due to that injury and what is the outcome of the injury for this employee, all these details can be captured by using this injury and illness option what you have in D365. So I'll just show you like how it is going to look. Under this human resource, there is one option like injury and illness. So here, if you see, these are the injury and illness incidents which I already created for some of the employees. So here you have option to update all the injury details, like when this injury occurred and what is the body part that got injured, and after doing all the analysis, what is the outcome, whether he took some surgery or it is like resulting for a handicap, like loss of some body part. All these details can be updated as an outcome. And in the general information, you can update who reported this injury and when this injury occurred and at which place this injury occurred, and this incident details, like where this injury occurred in detail, and whether we took any precautions to avoid this type of incident in future. All these details can be updated, and on the below you can have an option to update the injury and illness cost. If employee went for a doctor treatment or for a surgery, what is the cost that incurred for this surgery or the doctor treatment? All this can be updated under this, and the treatment details as well, like the doctor or the surgeon who gave the treatment on which date, all these details. So in this way, like you can update all the injury and illness retail related details in one screen, and that will help you to better track on all these. Then you are having an option of learning management, with which you can manage in order to conduct any training courses in your organization, or to like manage your learning process of your employees. So in D365, you can create your own training courses, and they can be published in the employee self-service portal in order to register for the employee. Like employee can register on his own, and that can be routed through a workflow process as well. A HR manager can decide like whether this employee has to really like attend this training course or not, or the line manager as well. So this workflow process, wherever you are having the option, it is like a configurable in D365. So learning management features are like there are options to update where this course is going to happen, and what is the maximum course participant that you can allow, and what are the agenda, and who is the course instructor, and if there is any certification that an employee is going to get, that certification details, everything can be updated under the learning management or the training course. So if I go to application under this courses option, here I have the option to create all my training courses. And if you see, this is a course which I created as a detailed, like with agenda, tracks, and sessions. In this training course, I gave the agenda, like these are the agenda topics that I'm going to cover. And in the agenda, these are the tracks that I'm going to cover for each agenda. And even in that tracks, these are the sessions, like in a detail, like from which time to which time, what is the session that I'm going to cover in each track. So such way you can create even a complex detailed training course with your agenda, tracks, and sessions. And you have option to check all your course participants, like who employees who register for the training course. Then a questionnaire can be scheduled, and that can be routed through all your employees after the training course, if you want to conduct that as a feedback, or if you want to take it as an exam to evaluate like up to what extent your employee grasps the knowledge in order to after attending this training course. You can use this user friendly like questionnaire option, where an employee can answer to the questions what we configured. So all this is like configurable in application. Then if you see the training course, you have option to update the target audience, course objectives, course subject, and the instructor, like who is going to give the instruction, like who is going to give the training in this training course, and hotel details, like if this training course is going to be conducted under some hotel, and when this training course is going to start, and the registration deadline, minimum and max participants, all these details can be updated. And as a reports, you have this course confirmation report, list of participants, and waiting list. If you set the maximum limit of participants as 15, then on top of 15, like if there are few more candidates or the few more course participants that are interested to register, those will be shown under this waiting list. So after this training course, when you are going to update this course as closed, then you will have an option to transfer this course certificates or the skills that you update under this training course, or the certificates all these competencies can be automatically transferred to your employee profile, so that you don't have to again go and update in the employee profile, like after attending this training course, these are the certifications or these are the skills that this employee who attended this training course has attained, has gained. So automatically system can take care and it will update in the employee competencies profile, which I shown you under the employee profile earlier. So by this way, you can manage your training courses in your D365 application. Then we are going to move to this performance review section. So Microsoft is having an option to manage your performance review process either as a annual review or bi-yearly or like mid-year, quarter, whatever the review process that you are following and in which period you are following, or is it like a managerial review or like employee self-service, like self-assessment and then a manager assessment. If you are going to set some goals, even the stretch goals, like if you take a sales representative, probably you'll be setting a stretch goal like in this particular year you have to achieve this particular target. So that can be set as a stretch goal, which can be updated by the employee on a periodic basis, as after completing 1 month this is the percentage of goal I achieved, and after completing 6 months this is the percentage of goal I achieved. So in this way a stretch goal can also be set, and we can have a track as a manager or a HR. They can have a track like on, at what percentage of achievement now the employees for the particular goal. And you have option to set the normal competencies, which can help you to evaluate the particular employee. So when we are talking about this performance review process, Microsoft is giving you option even to manage your probation review process or an exit interview process. All these can be managed even by using this performance or review process what you have in D365, because all this is set as a configurable. So whatever the type of a review that you want to create, you can create and you can use it in order to manage your either the probation review or the exit interview process, all these things. So if you see in application, here under performance, this is a setup area where you can set all the templates also, or the review periods or the review types, whether that is annual or mid-year or like quarterly reviews. All those types can be set, and you have option to create templates. If you are setting your competencies as a department or a position wise based on their roles and responsibilities, then you can create your review templates. And whenever you are creating a review for a group of employees who are belonging to a particular department or a particular job responsibility, okay, you can create for those group of employees by using this review template, so that will avoid you to add, manually add these competencies or the goals in the employee to whom you are going to initiate the review every time. And here you can set your goals as template, and this goal template, even this also can be used to add your goals for the particular group of employees. And the same way here you have this goals option where you can initiate goals for the individual employees for the particular period. That can be even updated by the employee whether that is completed or it's on track or it is not yet started. As a status, this can be updated from the employee self-service portal directly. Then here you are having this reviews tab where you can create performance reviews for your employees. And on the top pane, you can see this new from template where you can select the review templates which we created already. And below are the group of employees for which you can create the reviews with the performance review period as start date and end date. So this is one performance review what you are seeing here. And this is a review tab, and this is a measurements tab where you can set these stretch goals which can be measured on a currency basis or percentage basis or as a stretch goal, even that is like configurable as I told. And here under the activities tab you can post some activities if an employee did some additional activity that can be posted by employee from his self-service portal. And when the review is going to be done by the manager, he can see this additional activity done by the employee and he can consider that when he is going to review for this particular employee. Then on the ratings tab, you have the option to give the ratings as a self-assessment and managerial based on the configuration. So after giving the rating on the sign off tab, you can add the user to whom you want to share this review for the final confirmation for the sign off basically. So once employee and the manager or only the manager did the review, if this review has to be shared to the HR manager for the sign off or the top management, then under this sign off tab that user can be added. And once it is added, this review will be automatically assigned to the particular user, and that user also can have a view and they can share the views. Under that attachment tab, you can share any supporting document for this review process. So this is how you can manage your review. And this review can be like updated from the employee self-service portal as well. So if I go to this self-service portal, my team, details. This is the review which I like, which is created for this employee who is reporting for Julia. And these are the goals and the competencies that are added for the review process. And under the rating, as a manager, I have the option to update my ratings for the employee to whom I am going to review. So after I update these ratings, I will just click submit and that will route the process. So after doing all this review, we are having this option to take this performance summary report and performance review by employee, where it is going to show you in a detail as a report what is the overall score for the particular competency or a goal that is given by employee and the manager as well. So that's all about performance review. And the next is this employee self-service portal, which I just took you in a while. One second. So on under this employee self-service portal, you are having a view of your employee details as an overview under this employee personal details, and under my information, like all these are the menu items or the tabs which are available to you to manage all your self-service, to request for a leave or to query any like your pay slip or to submit a request for loan or to submit for a salary certificate by using document request. All these can be done by employee on his own rather than approaching to the reporting manager or the HR department to submit any request or to get any query. Okay. Then along with this self-service, you are having an option of my team. If you are a manager, as a manager, you have the option to manage your team, team duties or team requirements. Like if you see, this is Julia to whom like Benjamin is reporting. And under Benjamin, even there are some reporting employees. If you click on this view team node, it will show like the reporting employees that are like reporting to the Benjamin. Then again, if I go to Julia, this is the top reporting hierarchy. Benjamin and Manish are the employees that are directly reporting to Julia. And for these two reporting employees, I can update the certificate, compensation, courses, or I can manage the reviews and loan items. If employee has any requirement for a laptop or any equipment from the company, I can submit like this particular employee need this loan item and that can be handed over to employee based on the request. So all these process, even these can be routed through a workflow process so that it's not like there is no track on what information is going to be updated by manager for the reporting employees. Whenever this request is submitted by the manager, we can even route through these process through a workflow process, and the HR manager or the concerned department users, they can have a look at it and they can approve or they can reject before that gets updated in the reporting like employee profile. And you have option to see like what are the recruitment projects, pending time of request, and skills and team performance. All these details as a manager you can manage for your employee profile. So as a overview, this is how you can manage your self-service portal to query or to submit your request for yourself and to your reporting employees as well. And here we are even showing these balances of employees and annual leave and what is your etiquette balance and extra hours, all these details. And you can see your tasks that are assigned and if there are any work items for the approval, if there are any work items that came to you, that will be seen under this. So this is how you can manage by using this employee self-service portal and the My Team, which is nothing but your manager self-service portal. So this ends with the standard HR module, and there are even dashboards which can help you to analyze your personal management, headcount, all these details that comes as out of box as standard in D365. Along with this, we developed our payroll dashboards as well to analyze your leaves, all these, which can be demonstrated later. So with this, I'm going to end the standard HR module functionalities. Now I'm going to take you or deep dive into our next payroll management solution, which is called as Pewol 360. So this is an ISV which was developed by the solution consulting by using the native Microsoft Dynamics AX development tools. And this is a solution which was approved by Microsoft as well, and which is available in our Play Store. Okay, this is a global solution which can be configured based on any country localization policy. Why we are calling it as a global solution is this solution is developed in such a way like user is having the option to configure their payroll required formulas on their own like a Excel. So if I have to show to you in a overview, so here under this D365, there is this payroll management module, which is nothing but our customized payroll ISV solution. This payroll is the standard solution that comes as a standard in D365. As informed by Anshul, this is scattered for the US payroll in detail. Since it is not capable to categorize or to give a solution to as a global, we developed this payroll management solution, which can implement in any localized or like as a global solution. So under this payroll management solution, here you can see this formula configuration, which can be written as a formula same like your Excel. So this is a formula which I wrote to calculate my basic salary. It's nothing but my fixed basic amount divided by number of days in that period, either 30 or 31, multiply with paid days. Paid days means that comes as your present or all the paid types of leaves. So this logic, if we have to change that to a fixed factor of 30, or if you are following like 26 days as a fixed factor when you are talking about UA, quotization. So all these as a Excel formula, I can configure by using all my formula keys. So this way it can be implemented in any country or in any region based on the requirement. So that's our strong area, which helps us to implement this product in any region so far. So next, like same, these are our agenda topics like payroll overview, solution capabilities, demo, the payroll process in application, and the next questionnaire session, Q&A. So same like employee personal management in human resource module, even in our payroll management also, we give this employee profile, the same employee profile what you have in human resource, that will be synced in our payroll management employee profile also, in order to manage all your payroll related policies or payroll related details that are required to process all the payroll. So here, like in the employee management, you have option to update your calendar details and the bank information, salary, compensation basically, and your benefits, either that is like a accrued benefit or additional benefits, whatever you are giving to employee, and your leave policies, loan, employment details, all these like division department or your organization details, which in detail if you want to update and if you want to check on all your reports, you have option to update in our payroll management solution. So here under payroll management module, so this will give like a same look and feel what you see in all other modules. This is same, I mean, structure what we developed. Under common, you'll see this employee details, where you can find all the employee profiles that were created in standard D365. And to these employee profiles here on the top pane, you'll see like the calendar details, employee compensation details, benefit absence, which means like leave policy, and loan details. Here, like there is contract salary, which may be slightly different from what exactly the employee is receiving. So in order to even like update those contract salary details, we give this option of contract salary details update option. So in this way, you have option to update all your payroll related information in payroll management employee profile tab. Then you are having this option to create grade structure in our Pewol 360 ISV solution. This grade structure will help you to categorize your employees for different compensation or for different policies like a leave policy or the benefit policy. If you want to set or categorize these policies based on the grades or different category of employees, this grading structure will help you to do that. So in our grade, there are like options to set the required policies of compensation, leaves, and loans. All these can be set as a policy in the grade level. And even you have option to set a fixed range of compensation as a grade wise. If particular grade A is set to receive a salary of minimum or maximum or a starting salary of 20,000 like that, then you can set this minimum or maximum or the set salary in the grade level. So when a grade is assigned to the particular employee after hiring, that compensation will be automatically inherited to that employee after assigning this grade. The same way, all the set benefit policies, leave policies, loan policy, all these policies will be automatically assigned to employee whenever you assign a grade to that particular employee after hiring. Then there is this leave management option in our D3, I mean, Pewol 360 solution. Leave management consists of leave request, leave cancellation, and leave resumption. So in a overview, like this leave management functionality is going to give you a solution on workflow process where a leave can be routed through the desired workflow process. Even a conditional approval hierarchy can also be configured in D365. And there are certain validations which you can set when an employee is going to apply for a leave in order to have a better control in your organization to have a disciplinary on your leaves. If an employee has to take an annual leave, if that leave has to be submitted like 30 days or 40 days prior to the leave start date, such kind of validations or the parameters, what we call, can be set in our leave type, and that even can be configured based on groups as I told, which is applicable to certain grades. Okay, so such validations can be set in our leave type, and all the parameters will help you in a better control when an employee is applying for a leave, rather than the approver like a department head or the HR manager. They, rather than checking these details manually, system can do that on behalf of the manager or the HR manager or the department head, and that will directly prompt a validation to the employee or the user who is applying the leave, as this validation is not fulfilling your leave request. Kindly change the dates in such a way. Then our leave request is having the solution to even manage your backdated leaves in order to post the arrear salary, or if there is any future dated leaves that are cancelled, all these options system can take care automatically, so you don't have to worry on those. So if I will show you this leave request application in the 365 here under common leave management employee leave request. So this is our leave request form where you have option to select the employee leave start date, leave end date, and what type of a leave you want to apply. And all these are additional information which you can update when you are submitting for a leave, which are not mandatory, but you can submit as additional information like who is your substitute employee, when is the outbound and inbound date, and what is your personal contact number, all these details. Yep. Then on the top, you have this leave planner option where you have the option to plan your leaves before applying the leave. So in my same department, what are the future dated leaves of employees that are belong to the department? I can see those leaves and I can plan it rather than applying on the same dates or rather than to avoid the overlapping. So as an employee, I can even check and I can apply these leaves from an employee self-service portal by checking this leave planner. And when a approver is going to approve this leave that I submit, the approver is also having the option to check this leave planner and he can decide, okay, this employee is eligible to go on this period or not. Okay. So by this way, you can have a better control on this leave request. Then after this leave request, you have the option to cancel your leave if required by using this leave cancellation option. And as I told, even during this leave cancellation also, if that is a backdated leave, assume a leave employee already applied a leave, which is nothing but the sick leave or the unpaid leave. And after applying the leave, the payroll is already processed with considering that leave employee is already availed. But after processing the payroll, you came to know that employee actually didn't go on a leave. In that case, employee has the option to cancel this leave. If there are any arrears related to the compensation or related to the accrual benefits, these arrears system can calculate for you automatically and that will post in the payroll process of the current or the open payroll. So this way, like system can take care of all the scenarios with related to your backdated leaves or the arrear calculation. Then after the leave request cancellation, you have this leave resumption process where you can apply for the resumption after the actual leave and date. And during this resumption process, you can select even the late resumption or the early resumption. And during the late resumption, user has the option to select the additional leave type or the extra leave type. Assume employee is supposed to resume on 16th. If he's coming on 20th, then for the extra 4 days, employee can select the new leave type for those late resume days. And during this process also, system is having the capability of doing any arrears calculation if it is required. So in this way, all the leave process is automated to the payroll process where there is no user like manual calculation that is required to manage all your payroll process to manage your payroll calculation for the backdated or any arrears calculation. And as I told, like this is a leave planner which you are seeing in our leave request application, where you can plan or you can see or forecast the leaves of employees in a particular division or department that are going to be coming in future for your better leave planning. And as a HR also, here you are having the option to check your inquiry of leave planner, where you can select by division, department, as a overall. Like in the employee self service, it is going to give you by the selected division or the department, but here under the inquiries you have the option to select it by division, department, or all the divisions and departments where you want to plan or where you want to forecast all the upcoming leaves. So this way you can plan all the leaves in your organization in a planned or structured way. So that's about our leave request and leave planner. Then you are having this option of salary revision. So in Pewol 360 or our payroll management module, you can post your salary revisions either as a current open payroll month salary revision or the backdated salary revision or even the future dated salary revision either as an increment or a deduct decrement. This revision can be posted as a fixed value or on the percentage where system can automatically calculate and that can bring the value based on the percentage that you post. And this is having an option of posting the salary revision through Excel as well. Like you can keep all these salary revisions of all your employees in an Excel and you can upload. And that is having an option to set the workflow approval process also before posting these revisions. After updating all the details, you can route these salary revisions through a workflow process. And based on the approval only, system is going to post through the employee profile to their employee profile. So as I told, like this is having option to even manage your backdated salary revisions for the arrears calculation. So this is our salary revision journal where you can post all the salary revisions by selecting the employee or the worker and for which component you're going to post the revision that can be selected. After selecting the component, the fixed value of that employee will be displayed and the increment value as an amount or percentage you can have the option to select with the effective date and value can be updated here. So based on that, the total value of the total salary after posting this increment value will be displayed automatically under this total salary revision column. And here you can update some additional description if you want. So after updating all these details, you can submit this salary revision journal through a workflow process. And after posting, this will be updated in the employee profile and it will be considered for the current open payroll process. So this way you can manage all your salary revisions either as an increment or decrement by updating it as a fixed value or even as a percentage as well. Then there is option to manage your loans. If you are giving any loans to your employees, then you have the option to update in payroll management module. And these loans can be automatically recovered from the employee payroll calculation on the set EMI basis. And there is option even to adjust these loan EMIs after posting all the loans as per the agreement, initial agreement by employee, and later he can come and he can ask for any adjustment based on the approval process again that can be adjusted. So when a loan is issued, this loan amount what is issued to the employee that can be paid through the payroll and that will be automatically recorded in finance GL when we post the payroll JB. If this loan requested amount is paid outside the payroll, here also like system is having the option to create a journal to the GL finance module and they can have a track, okay, this is the loan issued amount for the employee and there is a record in your GL entry as well. So these are the functionalities or the features that we are having in our loan management solution. So if you look in application, under common loan request, this is employee loan request. So these are the loans that I have already created after doing all the workflow approval process, everything. So after the loan approval, here I have this post option to post this loan request amount based on the set number of installment or installment amount. This is like optional. Either you can set the number of installment or you can give it as an installment amount. And before submitting the loan, same like in our leave request, even the loan request also can be configured with some parameters. Like if an employee wants to apply a loan, if this loan requested amount should be set on some criteria of the employee salary, like if he is requesting for a salary advance, that should not be maximum of 2 months of salary. Such criteria can be set automatically, like system can validate it. And if it has to be set based on the gratuity or the indemnity balance of the employee, even that also can be configured, like 60% or 50% of gratuity can only be released as a loan to the employee. All these kinds of validations can be set in our loan master, which I am not going in detail now. There you have the option to set all those parameters. And when an employee is submitting is this loan from the employee self-service portal or the like help desk user or the payroll supervisor is submitting this loan on behalf of employee, their system will automatically do the validation for you. Like you don't have to again go to the employee records and see what is the outstanding loan balance of this employee for the previous loans or what is the salary of this employee, whether he is eligible to take this loan or not. All these validations system can do that for you and it will show you the validation if there are any criteria that are not matching for this loan. If everything is successful, it will allow you to submit this loan to the workflow approval process. And after the approval, you have this option to post to ledger, where it will post this requested loan amount to the GL module, since this loan payment is done outside the payroll. As here, you have the option to select whether this is through payroll or not through the payroll. And after this, you have option to post these installments for the set installment start date. Then the installment line will be created at the bottom based on the number of installments that we set. And this installment line will be automatically recovered when I am running this payroll for the month 10th month for this particular employee, so that all the installments that are supposed to be received from the record from the employee will be taken care in the payroll calculation. User don't have to do any manual process to update through any adjustment or anything in the payroll process. And as I told, there is option to post these loan adjustments. So here under this loan adjustment section, you have the option to select an employee and select whether that is a defer amount, defer period, or the lump sum that you are going to do. So all these types of adjustments can be done automatically by using this loan adjustment option. And this also can be routed through a workflow process, and this will be automatically posted to finance if that is a lump sum. Assume like employees giving the loan installment amount directly to the finance team or the payroll supervisor, like instead of deducting from the salary, he is requesting like please don't deduct from the salary. I'll pay it as a cash directly to the department. In that case, we can post that particular installment or the lump sum amount, like how much he's giving as a direct cash. That particular amount can be posted as a lump sum. But for the financial track, again, we can post this as a GL entry. A journal can be posted automatically from the payroll management loan request or the loan adjustment from here, payroll management to GL general ledger module. So in this way, like both payroll management and the general ledger GL will be tightly integrated to post all the financial related entries wherever it is required. And you have option to post even the defer amount. Assume employee agreed initially to pay 500 as the installment amount, but due to some circumstances this month he is requesting like instead of 500 kindly make my installment as 300. Then we can use this option of defer amount, and we can change the set installment amount as desired amount by the employee, and we can route through the workflow process. The same way, there is option to do this defer period, like to postpone your installments. So all these process can be managed by this loan adjustment option, and that can be routed through the workflow process. So that's about the loan management. Then we are having this overtime update functionality, where you can create your overtime types and you can set your overtime rates in the application, like how many types of overtime types you want, all those types can be created. And here you have the option to set the overtime rate. Then in the formulas, we can configure like based on the basic or the gross salary or what is the hourly rate. All these can be configured as a Excel formula in the formula which I shown you earlier, like the basic calculation. The same way I'll write the formula for this overtime, and there we'll calculate like whenever we are running the payroll based on the overtime hours that we post under this overtime journal, the payroll can take care of the payroll calculation that we have to pay for these respective overtime hours. So here under the overtime update journal, I'll be posting only these overtime hours, like 2 hours for this employee for the holiday overtime. Then in the payroll calculation, system will automatically do the calculation of amount or the compensation that we have to pay for this particular employee for doing this overtime. And these overtime hours can also be integrated directly from your time and attendance calculation if you are using. So if the attendance, like your biometric machine or the attendance device is integrated with payroll management solution, then system can take care of these overtime calculations automatically based on the set parameters. Then you're having this option of posting your payroll adjustments or the benefit adjustments as well to manage your non-recurring payroll process, like your benefits or ad hoc basis deductions, area salary, or some kind of earnings or deductions if you want to post. Here under our adjustment section, you have this option to post the pay component adjustment and your benefit accrual adjustment as well. So this way you can manage your non-recurring process on ad hoc basis wherever you want to post for the particular employees. So these are like some kind of deductions which we posted for all these employees as courier charges, some kind of. So such kind of non-recurring or ad hoc basis deductions or earnings, those can be posted by using this payroll adjustment screen. And here you have the option to upload these component deductions or earnings through the Excel import, and this can be routed through a workflow process if it is required to set. The same way you can post your benefit accrual adjustments also if you want to do any adjustment on your accruals. Then you have this payroll hold option, which can be used if an employee is absconded after going on a vacation or no show after like for a long period of time. So under this same journals, under periodic, you have this payroll hold journal where you can initiate a payroll hold for this employee with the effective date, so that from this effective date, system will not consider this employee for the payroll calculation until he is updated with the release date. So after the release date only, like system will consider this employee from that release date. And during this release date time, if there are any area payroll calculation that you have to calculate for this particular employee, even system is having that option like to calculate only for this particular employee if there are any areas like 2 months or 3 months of payroll that you have to do for this. So in this way you can manage even your payroll hold scenarios. Then you are having an option of benefit encashment request, where you can post your encashment request for your leaves or any accruals rather than taking it as a leave. So, for example, your annual leave, if you are allowing your employees to apply for encashment rather than going on a leave, then they can submit this encashment request either from their self-service portal or a payroll supervisor or the help desk user on behalf of employee, they can submit it. Then based on the approval, this will be routed through the approval hierarchy, and this will be automatically processed through the payroll. So employee is basically going to update like these many days are the encashment, like encashment days that I would like to encash. And this encashment amount will automatically come in your payroll calculation. This is like optional. Whether you want to process that through payroll or not is an option to employee. So here under this pay mode, you can select whether that is like a payroll payment or as a cash or check, whatever the process of payment that you would like to pay to employee, that can be selected. If it is selected as a payroll, then with a monthly payroll process, this encashment amount will be processed automatically. If it's selected as a cash or check, then you can automatically like directly pay this to the employee. And during this process, the accrual amount or the, I mean, what are the accrued amount that is there for this employee will be automatically, reduced from the employee accrued balance. So here, even we are having this, like after all, you're having this payroll calculation process where you have the option to run your payroll for all your employees in your organization. And this payroll process, a soft run can be run like multiple number of times before you confirm the payroll. So here under this common payroll calculation, this is one payroll calculation which I created for the month of September 2023. And here I am running this payroll for this group of employees under this journal lines you can see. So here I calculate the payroll for 6 employees and I can cancel this payroll again. And I can again calculate this payroll by clicking on calculate button on the top pane under process. So after calculating, you are having the option to take the salary register or any like CIF file as a WPS file, what you call. So these kind of reports can be taken by using our standard reports, what you find in our payroll management solution. And after the consolidation, assume like there is a scenario after the consolidation, you came to know for one employee, we forgot to post some ad hoc deductions or we forgot to update some leave, whatever. There is some discrepancy for one particular employee or 2 employees. So in that case, what we can do is like rather than canceling the payroll for all employees in this payroll calculation process, I'll come to the journal lines and I will select this particular employee and I will remove the particular employee from this journal. So before I remove, if you see here, there are 6 employees payroll process that is calculated initially. So after that, I found some discrepancy for this particular employee, Sarah. So I selected Sarah under the journal lines and I clicked on remove. As soon as I click on remove from the journal, my number of employees count became 5. which means that particular employee Sarah is excluded from this payroll calculation journal. Whatever the discrepancy that I missed to update, I will again go back and I will update that leave or the payroll adjustment or the loan, whatever the discrepancy or the request that employee requested initially, that can be taken care. And after doing that needful change, again I'll come to this journal, and at this time I have this option to do the recalculate. So when I click on this recalculate, system will consider to run the payroll only for that particular employee which I missed, which I excluded to process or to post some any additional information. Then I do this recalculate process. So now after doing recalculate, see this number got updated as 6. So that Sarah is again updated in this journal line. So this way system can help you to manage your process easily rather than again canceling the whole payroll process of all your employees and do the recalculation process again. It's like a time tedious task, time consuming. So for a better performance or for a better user friendly option, we gave this option. Then after doing all the reconsolidation by using the salary register or all these wide range of reports, whatever we are having, like under reports, if you see, all these are the reports that can help you to, consolidate your salary register or payroll reconciliation or group reports, like all these you have option in our payroll management solution, and inquiries are also there. So all by using all these, you can do the consolidation of your payroll. If everything is fine, then you can again come to this journal and click confirm. So before you confirm, if you want to route through a workflow approval process, even that also can be initiated and can be configured. So when we click on confirm, this will route through the set workflow approval process, and after the approval only it will be confirmed. So after confirming my payroll calculation, then based on the set payroll posting profile, these payroll journals will be posted to the finance module, and there the financial entries will be created automatically. So there is no process of manual JV to be created, and that should be submitted to the finance team after your payroll process of every month. And the same way, there is an option to manage your off-cycle payroll, like your leave settlement or the vacation settlement, what we call here, and also your end of service settlement process. So if I talk about first initially like the leave settlement process, this is the vacation settlement where for a particular applied leave request, you can come to this leave settlement process, and you can again like here do the calculation process. And this also can be routed through the workflow process. And after doing the calculation under the reports, you can take same an employee kind of salary slip. Here there is this leave settlement pay slip which you can take, and you can take the WPS report also for posting this or for paying this leave salary to the employee through the zip file or the bank portal. So after doing all this, you can confirm this leave settlement, and you can even post this leave settlement journal to the finance. And now when we talk about this end of settlement process, here under this periodic, there is an option to initiate this settlement process before doing the end of service settlement calculation. So under this initiation, user is having the option to update notice period start date, end date, and the last working will come automatically. All these details can be updated, and after submitting and after the approval process, we can, payroll management or the payroll supervisor or the payroll manager can go to this and employee settlement process. And here he can run the end of service EOSP, like all the settlement calculation, whatever we have to pay to the employee during the end of service. So during this process, whatever be the employee end of service benefits like the leave salary or the gratuity payment, whatever is balance left over to the employee, those will be automatically calculated by the system, and that can be processed in your EOSB. And here even system is having the functionality to take care of your outstanding loan balances. Assume this employee is having a outstanding loan of 3080, then that 3080 will be automatically coming as a deduction in your end of settlement, and it will be recovered from the employee end of service payment. So this way, like you can calculate your end of service settlement, and you can confirm it. Once you confirm, then this employee will be becoming an inactive employee in your organization. And here also you have the option to post your journals to your finance. So to show you as an overview, so this is one journal which I posted to finance. Here you can see the pay component journal, the benefit journal, and the payment journal. And even if you want to post a intercompany journal, here even we can configure that also. So if you see this pay component journal, whatever be the salary that you are paying to the employee, that will be created under this pay component journal as accrued salaries, and that will be posted to finance. If you are seeing as a group, this is one journal which we created. So here you can see like this is a journal which is created for the pay component, and the same way for your benefits like the leave salary, air ticket, or the gratuity or indemnity. For your benefits also journal will be created, and that will be basically created in your GL module. So you don't have to again create a JV manually, and you don't have to give to your finance team. That will be automatically integrated to your finance once you do one click in your payroll management solution. Then again, even the payment journal, like to uh, take the salary or to pay from your employee company bank to the employee, that payment journal also will be created automatically directly from the system. So this way you can manage all your monthly payroll or your leave settlement, like the ad hoc basis payroll settlement process, or your end of service settlement process entries to finance automatically from the payroll. You don't have to do any manual process over there. Then we are like going to move to this time and attendance configuration. If you are having a biometric machine that is available in your organization, then that biometric machine can be integrated to D365. So all the employees that are created in your D365 application that can be integrated to your biometric machine, we can push the employee profile to your biometric machine, and the punch details like the clock in and clock out, these details can be pushed from biometric machine to our D365. Then in our D365, we can do the shift roster, and we can do the payroll. I mean, we can do the time and attendance calculation to get the or I mean, total working hours or the overtime hours or the shortfall hours, like the exception. If an employee is late, that will show like late, and the shortfall hours, it will exit. All these details will be shown under the time and attendance report. So after doing all this process, if you want to push these details for the payroll process, even that also can be integrated. And rather than time and attendance machine, if you want to manage your attendance, attendance process for the payroll calculation for your blue collar employees, then we have this option of timesheet, where a timesheet like a timekeeping timekeeper or a specific department help desk user can update the timesheet for particular group of employees, and that can be submitted every month before processing the payroll. So this is one timesheet which is available. Like here you will be seeing all the employees for whom this particular user is set as a help desk user. And for these employees, every day, like for this particular period for the month of September, which is selected now, like September 1 to 30, this particular user is having the option to update the timesheet. So every day he can come to this timesheet and he can update the actual attendance of these group of employees. And at the end of the month, he can select all these employees, and it can be submitted for the payroll process. So as a timesheet admin user or the uh, payroll manager will come to this timesheet menu item, and here he will review all the timesheets that were submitted by the timekeepers or the help desk users. Here basically he will see the timesheets of all employees, and here also like he can review the process. I mean, he can review all these details. If there is any discrepancy identified, that can be unsubmitted and ask for the resubmit option. Then after rechecking, all these can be posted to the payroll process. So while posting this timesheet to the payroll process, these leaves, whatever were updated in the timesheet, will be created as a leave request in your leave management form. so that all the leave history can be maintained in your leave request process, which can be used even for your validations also, if you want to see like what are the historical leaves that this employee took. So in a way, like this timesheet is tightly integrated to your leave management and to your payroll process. So by this way, you can manage your blue collar employees time, time and attendance, rather than giving the employee self-service portal, since they are not having the option. Okay. If the employees like white collar employees are there, they can be given access to your employee self-service portal. They can manage all their leaves by using the leave request option, all these, whatever you can see. You saw it in our employee self-service portal. So these are the this is the essence what we thought of giving to you as a overall the solution what we are facilitating in our payroll management Pewol 360 solution. So on this note, I'm like ending this presentation. So we are happy to take your Q&A session, and we're happy to answer to your questions.
Megnath,
Megnath,
before we
before
move
we
on to the
move on to the
Q&A
Q&A
session,
session. Yeah.
we have a quick poll coming up.
Yes, Sanjana, please.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I believe everybody can see the poll. So if you would like to consult with us separately with respect to any requirements, Dynamics 365 requirements, then please let us know in the poll. We'll keep the poll open for a few more seconds, so please do respond.
Anjana, we can start with the Q&A session.
Yeah. Okay.
Please do
Okay.
raise your hands in case you would like to ask any question. We'll unmute your mic and then you can speak up your query. I'm starting with Aisha Mohammed. I'm just unmuting your mic. You can speak up, Aisha. Aisha, you have to unmute your mic. We have allowed the access of mic to you. You have to unmute it. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me now, Anshul?
Yes, Aisha, we can hear you.
Actually, my question is that can we take the license of these two modules separately while I'm working on Sage 50 for my financial module?
Uh, well, yeah, Meghnad, you can answer that.
yes, Aisha, like you can take these two modules license, but at the end, these financial entries should be recorded to your GL module, correct?
No,
So
automatic financial entries. We just want our basic requirement is HR and payroll functions, basically.
okay,
Because so, but these two modules can be, we can get only these two modules, right?
yeah, it can be.
Okay. And
See,
even,
Aisha,
yeah, even the employees will have access for self-service portal, right?
Yeah, for that, like we need to buy the licenses. You can have it like from the Microsoft, they can purchase.
Then I'll get in touch with you later then for the pricing, consultation and implementation and licensing charges.
Thanks, Aisha. We are looking forward.
Oh, thank you.
We'll reach
Thank
out to
you.
you, Aisha. Thank you so much. Mr. Praveen Kumar, I've allowed your mic. You can unmute and please ask your question.
Uh, Hello, hi, yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah,
Good afternoon.
my question to you is, I have seen the payroll module, but do this Microsoft 365 Dynamics is has access to the bank module, whether it can be automatically the salaries will be automatically sent to each employee's bank account, or how the setup is done.
Okay, see this, we have the option to generate the zip file where the zip file can be uploaded in your bank portal, like in your, like you have to log into your bank portal and it can be, uploaded in your bank portal. This way it can be taken care. If you want to do this integration, we can do it, but it's not as a standard, but we can do it.
Okay, because currently we are using Oracle, the salaries
Yeah,
automatically
that
transferred to the bank and it's
correct,
integrated with
correct.
all banks. So currently it's not okay. Okay, and how about
But as
the
a zip file, we are having the option. You can generate that zip file and you can upload in your bank portal. That option currently we are facilitating.
okay, okay, and how about the mass uploads? For example, the headcount currently we have 1,000 plus headcount. Whether if we have any salary increments, can we able to upload all the
Everything,
1,000?
all the screens or all the functionalities, whatever you are saying, all these are having these upload functionalities. Even in our payroll management solution, the custom IC which we developed, everywhere you are having the optional upload option.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank
Even
you.
the employee salary revisions, leaves, loans, almost everything you will see an upload option.
From Excel, right?
Yeah.
From Excel to directly to this file.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, okay, fine. Thank you. That's
Thank
it.
you, Mr. Praveen.
Uh, I'm not. Your name is written in the local language. I'm not able to written. I'm not able to read it. But I am allowing your mic so that you can unmute yourself and speak.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kamran.
Hello, Mr.
Yeah,
Kamran.
Um,
actually, I have a couple of few questions regarding the payroll. The-
yeah, Mr.
This
Kamran.
actually, as per you informed that there is the option for cancellation of leave
Yeah,
available, but
yes.
will it be cancelled even after the all the approvals are done or not?
Yes, Mr. Kamran. If the leave is not resumed, his
Mm,
employee or the payroll user who is handling this leaves update, they are
mm.
having the option to cancel.
That means employee directly he did not have the access to cancel it, right?
Even employee also, like in the employee
No,
self
actually,
service.
no, because in employee sales service, then if some time if we paid the leave, then how it will be? Advance leave is payment, then it should not be deleted, right?
In during the vacation, we are not allowing, but
Hmm.
normal leave process like your sick leave or unpaid leave by mistake, if it is submitted and not like by mistake, it is initially submitted, but employee didn't actually take the leave. So
Hmm.
in these scenarios, we should obviously cancel, and during that time, payroll can take care of the arrears calculation. Maybe we
Okay.
already processed that payroll for that leave, considering like employee took the paid leave or the unpaid leave, and we process the payroll. And if you cancel it after processing the payroll, system will automatically take care of arrears and it will either deduct or it will pay the salary.
Yeah, that is all okay. But the employee should have only access to apply, and if it is need to be
That's
cancelled, the uh,
yeah, that's anyways can be managed with your roles. These
approval
all
rules
the
and that we
yeah,
can manage with the
yes,
approval.
yes.
Thank
All
that
the
is
menu
fine.
access will be like based on your roles and roles, whatever we set in the application. If in your organization, if you don't want to give to the employees to cancel the leaves, we can remove that employee leave cancellation option
Okay. So the loans can be applied through the ESS also, right?
through
Like
the
the
ESS. Yeah,
employee self service. Yeah.
yes.
Um, so if we need to have the ESS for each employee, we have to buy separate license for each employee, right?
Yeah, there is a license that we have to purchase from the Microsoft. Apart from the
Yeah.
base license, what you get, these are
Mm.
additional licenses what you have to get.
ESS licenses. Yeah.
Yes.
Can you have a rough idea that how much it cost?
Sorry, these maybe like our particular department, they can reach out to you in giving
Yeah,
additional
okay,
details
okay.
on this. Yeah.
I will provide the information to my marketing purchase team, so hopefully they will come to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kamran. Thank you.
And I have one more question.
Yeah.
That if somebody is you have like we have separate different type of leaves,
Okay.
like other than the annual leave and sick leave, like
Yeah.
for ladies we have different leave, for men's we have different leave.
Maternity. Correct.
Yeah, exactly. So in those leaves can also be generated through this thing, right?
Yes, yes. And even
That we
those
can
can
define
be
the rules.
correct,
We can
correct. All
define the
the
rules.
parameters can be set. I didn't walk through all those parameters since this is a short period of demo we are having.
Yeah.
All these, so like our solution is having the capability to set all the parameters. System will do the validation. You don't have to
Last
do the.
question.
Yes, please.
Uh, Yeah, this whole salary option.
Huh.
Yeah, that like if anybody is on annual leave and he did not return, will it be automatically we can make effective or not?
Yes, if the employee didn't resume like the
It,
leave, then
yeah.
system will not process the payroll. That is also like configurable. If you want to
Okay.
hold, you can keep it, else system will calculate the payroll.
Okay. Thank you very much for.
Thank you, Mr. Kamran.
Okay.
All right, I'm enabling your mic, Annabelle. You can unmute and ask your query.
Hi, thank you very much. My name is Annabelle. I have a couple of
Hi,
questions
Nabel.
actually.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. So from the recruitment, so from onboarding, it's directly linked to the sorry from recruitment, it's directly linked to onboarding, and then goes directly to the payroll. Yeah, it's all
Yes,
linked.
all
Yeah.
connected.
Okay. And then on the time and attendance, first of all, is mobile app available? I mean, all the modules are available in the mobile app.
Mobile app, we have our own custom developed mobile application. Okay, so in that you can manage your time and attendance or your employee self request, all these. So it's not like the Microsoft developed mobile application. We have our own developed mobile application ready with us.
And your own developed mobile application, this is including all modules, all the functions, or only selected
No, for
modules?
this payroll management and the HR module, we developed a custom mobile application, same like our Pewol 360.
Mm, okay. And then on time and attendance, when an employee punch, you can also map the location where the employee punch in or out. Yeah.
Yeah, this basically this comes based on your device ID. In your attendance machine, there will be a device ID. Whenever we are integrating your attendance records from your biometric machine, even we can take the device ID or location ID, whatever the biometric machine is providing. So this has to be cancelled in, I mean, this has to be handled in the biometric machine.
Okay.
Because
And
basically these biometric machines comes with a device ID that can be set to a particular location. So this is the reason why we used to integrate your device ID as well when we are integrating.
basically, we have employees who are located in different sites,
Yeah.
and where there is no biometric machines, so they
Okay.
punch through their mobile. Yeah, there is a time and attendance mobile app, and they punch, and and the mobile app TNA system is capturing their location.
Geotag location basically to
Exactly,
tag.
geotag. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So these also can be integrated. This is what we done in our mobile app. This is like same, I mean,
So the mobile
same.
app has TNA
Yeah,
also.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And I've heard about the resumption. So for example,
yeah.
because there is a resumption function, if we want to disable this, because obviously if an employee punch in, so let's say I was on leave for 1 month, and then
Mm,
after 1 month when I came in,
yeah.
I punch in. So automatically I
So
don't have to
automatically it has to
apply
resume. Correct, correct.
resumption.
See,
Yeah.
if you are
Okay, so it's not
having
like
a
full mandatory that you have to apply
no,
resumption.
Question.
no, no, no. If it is connected with your attendance machine, obviously, like if a punch is there, we'll resume it automatically.
Hmm. And do you have expense module,
Yeah,
like
that comes as a
reimbursement and
standard.
expense deduction? Yeah.
That comes
Okay,
as a
great.
standard in D365.
And how about the data level security? I mean, for example, there are line managers. Let's say in one department, there are like the head and the LM minus one. So let's say the LM minus one is logging in, he should see all the employees under him. But if the head is logging in, he should see all the employees all under him.
Okay. So
So in terms
this
of data and all, the data level security is in place in this system, or how is it?
this is like if you remind the manager self-service portal which I shown, there you'll be seeing the direct reporting employees who are reporting to this particular user.
Yeah, but it's not only the direct employees. Let's say I'm the head, and there
Okay.
is there are two employees under me, and under those two employees under me are also a lot of hierarchy below
Chain
them.
of reporting employees. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So as head, I should see everyone directly
Yeah.
reporting to me and indirectly reporting to me.
Yeah, that's what I shown to Brook, like to the user which I displayed to you. He is having two direct reporting employees, but to the direct reporting employee, there are few other reporting to that Brook. Actually, Brook is directly reporting to Julia. Julia is my user account,
I'm
and under
okay.
Brook, there are reporting employees. So those also can be viewed by this Julia, who is the actual department.
And in terms of default reports, and if you will customize reports, the data level security will automatically apply. Like, for example, there is only one type of report, which is, let's say, attendance report.
Yep.
Yeah. In the attendance report, the report that will be generated is depending on who's logging in. Yeah. Let's say the line manager for sales, he will only see attendance of all the salespeople.
Yeah. This
If
level of customization we did in our project like timesheet. There
mhm,
it is going to generate only for the particular project shift supervisor or the shift lead, such kind of thing. So
that's
even for the
because
attendance report, yeah, that can be done.
I mean, okay, I cited the attendance as an example only, but I'm
Ye-
referring actually to the more confidential information that shouldn't be accessed by other head of the department if it's
Yeah,
not for them, you
based
know.
on the particular
Exactly,
group only we should enable it.
exactly.
Yeah.
So department hierarchy, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then what else do I have here? Separation module, you have it, right? Like end of service calculation,
Mhm.
um, checklist, levers checklist. How
Mm.
about exit interview?
Exit interview, as I told, it can be done by using this review option, whatever we are having, or else you can create your questionnaire. There is a separate
Yeah,
module
okay.
like questionnaire module. There you can create your exit interview questions, and that can be like selected as a questionnaire. Even that can be created as a multiple choice question or the free text question, whatever you want. In such
Okay,
a way,
sorry,
you
I
can
think I
configure
missed
your
that.
question. Yeah, that will help you like to manage.
Okay, and in talent management,
Yeah.
do you have career and succession planning?
Succession planning, that's one option what you have in this main menus, what I shown in human resource. Same like the skill analysis, what you find in recruitment management. There is one separate section for this succession planning, which is under this, I mean, skill analysis. There you can plan your succession planning by analyzing what are the, I mean, best matching profiles or competencies, areas of your interest. You can do all the
How
skill
about career
analysis.
planning?
Career planning, that can also
Like
be
it's
done.
like an individual plan for each of the employee, especially those who are in the talent pool.
That's what there in the employee sales. I mean, in the employee profile, if you remember, I shown you one skill mapping checkbox at the bottom. So if you do that skill mapping as yes, then for individual employee also you can even do this analysis. And after doing the analysis, if you find a best matching like I mean, perfect matching profile, you can enable that option in the employee profile later when you want to do this succession, like when you want to consider this criteria, that system will automatically give you like this is the best matching that you already checked.
Wow, okay. How about travel module?
Travel module, no, it's not like fully built in HR module, but
Mm.
now we are like giving a solution by creating that as a leave type, like a business trip.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
So that's different. That is different. How about
Yeah.
manpower planning?
Manpower planning can be done by using this, even the budget module, what you have in
Yes,
standard
exactly.
D365. So by using
Mm.
that, you can plan your budgeting.
And
Whenever
it
you're
can be
doing
linked
the
to the recruitment. Yeah.
correct. Whenever
Okay.
you're doing this
Okay.
manpower requisition, there itself you have this option to do the budgeting.
Great. And last one. Uh, Hold a second. Sorry, I understand you were saying that it's available per geographical location of or for per country of the company. Yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to check. So, in terms of compliance, legal compliance or labor compliance,
Mhm.
in Iraq,
Yep.
Morocco, and
Yep.
Sudan,
Mhm.
is it ready or it will be developed?
It's ready. As I told, this is a
Uh,
configurable system. We have the option to implement this solution anywhere since it is same a configurable system like Excel formula. We are having experiences in doing the implementation in Iraq already.
hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so I understand you can configure it, but when it
Yeah.
comes to compliance and legalities, you have a team who knows what are the legal compliance in those countries, yeah?
Yes, our team is there.
So
They
it's
can
not
take care
like
of
a
it.
company will provide you for you to configure. You have your own
No,
team
we
who
will be
knows what.
taking care. Yeah, but
Okay.
during the requirement gathering, we'll just check like, okay, these are the like compliance
Yeah,
policies,
for sure.
just
Yeah,
to be on the
I
same
do
page.
understand.
Yep.
Yeah, I do understand. Okay, I
Yes.
think that's it. And you have provisions handling, yeah? Like accruals and all, gratuity,
Yes, that
leave,
all can be
tickets, and
set
all
in
this.
the, yeah, that all can be set in the policies,
And
all
all
these
the
benefit
benefits that
policies.
links to the, sorry, all the benefits that links to the family details, as long as we are inputting the family details, the benefits can be mapped to who should be able,
A
who should be
ticket,
eligible for those. Yeah.
yes,
So
that can be
including the
configured.
family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dependent ticket
Okay.
details, benefits can be configured.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Thank you, Annabelle.
Sorry, last
Yeah,
question.
yeah, please.
I know there are reports
Uh-huh.
that are, I actually chatted and I had an answer, but maybe you can explain further. I know that there are reports by default
Mm-hmm.
in the system because this is something that we face challenges during our implementation with the system that we're currently using. So there are reports that are available in the system by default, and those reports, I mean, specifically payroll reports
Uh-huh.
or recruitment report and training reports, the details that are on those reports might be the same details that we need, um, but what if we want to change the format? Will that be considered as customization or
It
no?
depends on your requirement, which we can address like in later stages when you reach. We can analyze like what kind of a requirement. If it is some kind of a simple requirement, actually Microsoft even having the solution to customize these on your own. That we will like show you how you can do. Even Microsoft is having that option. You don't have
Mm,
to reach to us like to change some fields from field alignment. All these you have the option. If it is some kind of a change that is required, like barely to take the technical help, there if it is a small change, definitely we will not ask for any CR. It's basically depending on your requirement. If it is a new requirement like that we have to develop from scratch, that we may see mostly like in HR and payroll, definitely there will be like customized reports every client will expect, which we are like liberal, like we won't consider as here most of the times, unless if it is such a like time consuming report. Okay.
sorry, last one. Just a concern on the workflow flexibility, because currently we have loans.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just state one of the workflows that we are currently having face an issue, that we are currently facing an issue. So we have different loans, different
Yeah.
types of loans. Now
Mm-hmm.
each loans will have different workflow approval.
Yeah.
So this can be customized depending on the type of loan.
Yeah, in the workflow
Uh,
of, I mean, when you're configuring a workflow, you have all these options to set the workflow, like conditional workflows you can create. For loan A, this will be the type of a workflow process. For loan B, this is the type of workflow process. In such a way, you can create. This is a standard functionality what you have in Microsoft. That's why, like, I didn't focus on it. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And sorry, last one on the attendance.
Miss Annabelle, the thing is, we are already upon time, and there are six people waiting for their turn to.
Okay.
What we'll do is I'll reach out to you immediately after this call, and we can set up a
Okay.
one-on-one session where we can
Okay.
answer all your queries.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very
Sorry,
much.
Annabelle, we'll connect
Thank you.
again shortly.
That's
Yep.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Annabelle. Mr. Reno Wagon, I'm allowing your mic. You can unmute and uh, please speak up.
Hello, Mr. Reno.
Reno, you have to unmute your mic and speak up. I've already allowed your mic.
Yep.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Mr. Reno.
Hi. Good afternoon. Sorry. Thank you for the very informative demo. I just
All
have a
please.
few questions. Number one is that the employee has a fixed asset when gets on board. You will buy a laptop or whatever.
Yes.
Does it connected to the fixed asset so that when the employee exited, you will just print it on the human resources, and then you will find all the assets that was in that particular employee?
Yeah, there is one option to create loaned items where you can create all your laptop or whatever the asset that you are handovering to employee. So there we give an option to link this fixed asset number. So that is the option where you have a track if that is a fixed asset that you want to have a connectivity.
Yeah, but
And
it's not
this
going to be loan. It's going to be a company property, but handed over to the employee.
no,
But
not
we have
loaned
to.
item. I'm sorry, it's a loaned item in HR module.
Okay.
That's the standard HR. All the list of loaned item in sense this laptop, mobile, or the desktop, whatever the items or the asset items in your terms, asset item that you are giving to employee that can be tracked with the, I mean, issued date and expected return date and actual return date. All these
Mhm.
can be tracked. And
Okay.
if you want
Uh,
to have a alert on the planned return date, even system can give alert like on this day or 3 days prior to the actual return date, system will alert you.
Okay, regarding the appraisal, can we upload a template, our own template? Because for example, the template of the appraisal, it's like a form of questions to the
Uh-huh.
employee, and the employee will going to rate
Yep.
himself or herself, and then
Mhm.
after that, the template will be submitted to a workflow to the manager. Can we upload our own template, or it must be a
We can do, maybe we can keep this template in our review template, what I shown you, like in the review template itself, you have option to upload whatever the templates that you want. So whenever you are creating a review, this template can be seen under the attachment icon and that
mm,
will be visible to his or her, like the employee or
i-
the manager.
is the appraisal goes to the department level. Once the employee already submitted his appraisal, there is also a general appraisal for the whole department. So you will know the how much is the contribution of that particular employee. Do you have this kind of appraisal by department also?
The standard process is like employee and the reporting manager, I mean approval process, I mean review process. If you want to use this kind of a departmental only, then we have our custom 360 feedback form. There you can configure and you can do the review process as per your
Okay.
requirement since that is a 360 feedback.
Okay, last two questions.
Yeah.
Your self service, is it available? Your self service, employee self service, available in iOS and plays Android?
Self-service is like a mobile app which you can see, like you have to I mean access from browser only, not as a mobile application in your Android or the Play Store.
Uh,
Okay.
so
But the first,
you cannot apply
but
a vacation leave. You cannot request a sick leave. Upload
in our
medical
customized,
certificate.
yeah, we customized a mobile application that is available in your Play Store and you can do the all these requests from our customized mobile application. But the standard D365 application, you have to access from the like browser. And from there
Okay.
you have to apply like from the mobile browser you can access this I mean FNO application and from there you can
Mm,
apply. That
okay.
fits to your browser. Yeah.
Last question. If the employee is working in a multiple entity, because my
Mm,
Dynamics 365 FO
correct.
has an option to put
Correct,
several
correct.
entity, right? For
Yes.
example, I am working in a one entity A, 50%, and then
Yeah.
30% working in entity B, and
Yeah.
20% working in entity C.
Yeah.
When the payroll is calculated, is it
Uh,
going to be calculated in different entity, or I have to post my salary 50% on this entity, and then 30% on this
see,
entity, and then 20% on this entity, or just one posting only, and then by itself the Dynamics 365 will calculate based on the project or based on the percentage or the rules or
this
criteria.
got it, got it. This can be achieved by using this intercompany journal, which I like as a one word I just gone through. Payroll will be done in one legal entity, like as a standard as far as I know. But when we are posting the journal, there I can create this intercompany journal for the percentage wise, whatever you are expecting. So the
But it's
financial entries, not manual, that
manual
will be no,
automatic,
no,
huh?
no. Yes, yes. The payroll JV, whatever I'm saying, it's like tightly integrated with your GL module, journal ledgers. So there it will automatically post as per the set percentage, whatever you're expecting. It's like a split JV you are expecting. So that will be
Okay.
created automatically, the split JV.
Okay. Sorry, only one question. We are using already Dynamics FO,
Uh-huh.
365 FO. The human resources is a separate license.
Human
If we have
resource is
already,
not a separate license as far as I know. Better like we can have a separate discussion on this along with the I mean, expertise on this. They will give you a detailed
yeah,
information. Yep.
Mr. Reno, we will
but
reach out to you. We will
okay,
reach out
okay,
with in regards to the commercials and licensing. We will reach out to you and we can have a separate discussion on it.
okay. Thank you very much then. Have a good day, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reno.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Reno. Samar Zaidi, I'm allowing your mic. You can please unmute yourself and ask your query.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my question is regarding do you allow further integration your modules to some other application via API?
Yes, since this is a cloud application,
Yep.
basically, you should let us know like what details you are
You
expecting to integrate.
we do have a custom build application in-house
Uh-huh.
developed HRMS. Okay,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have some modules, attendance modules and leave module. So
Yeah.
we're just looking for like how your payroll system can integrate with us. Is it possible by API or not possible? And what
It's
should we do
possible.
for that?
As
Yeah,
I told, now we are
yeah.
doing this API integration for the attendance machine integration.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
wherever it's required, we can do it. So basically, what kind of a integration we're expecting, if you can share
Mm.
us the details, then
Yeah.
accordingly, these areas of like
Mm-hmm.
entities we have to expose through the API and we can do the integration.
So I mean, definitely there will be any one-to-one session for more detail. I know that, but I just need to get an overview. Like, is it,
Uh,
I mean, any technical barrier for that? Like for my application is, for example, in PHP, and you're having some other off-the-shelf application. Any kind of limits are there?
no, as far as
No,
I
no.
know, if your application is capable of pushing the information through API, we can
Yeah.
integrate it. It
Okay,
doesn't
fine.
depend because basically you are taking the details from your database and you are pushing.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
obviously, if it
I
is
mean, both
available through
ways.
API, I
Yeah.
can do. Yeah, yeah.
Both ways. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. This is
You're
all about
welcome.
from my side. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Samar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Sheikh Mohammed, I have allowed your mic. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
I think a few of the questions been clarified you. The first one is what I wanted to ask was the mobile app because most of our employees are blue collars. They do not have access
Y-
to the web app.
Yes, yes, yeah.
So, we have to go for a custom app.
Yep.
Okay, and again, the custom app is when you go for the implementation, you will give us a bundle or how it will. Not asking about the
Um,
cost, but the methodology.
yep. That depends, Mr. Like Sheikh. These maybe our expertise can answer to you. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's basically like a one-time license you'll be like
Mm.
subscribing, and based on the user count, maybe
Okay,
that
and
depends.
that app covers all the modules,
Not all the
including
modules. This is
resumptions.
for yeah, payroll management that will scatter for the payroll management solutions.
Okay, I mean in that sense, leave, whatever is
Leave.
related to
Yes,
payroll,
yes,
loan,
correct.
reimbursement. Do you have a reimbursement and travel module? Sorry, I was on and
The,
off.
the,
Could not
the
follow that.
expense, see, actually you're having this expense module. This is available as a standard in Microsoft mobile application. If you are having like this expense management module, then you can do this expense request from the
No,
standard mobile application.
we will not be able to go choose multiple app for a single umbrella. It has to be in one app login where you should
Mhm.
be able to record everything.
Then actually our payroll management is also having this expense request. Maybe we suggest you
And
to go with
what
that.
about the travel module? So currently we do raise a request before we proceed on the travel, and once we come back, we settle the bill against the same request, and which is get
Yeah,
paid through the payroll.
yeah. So this actually it is available in our expense management module as standard I told. But in our payroll management solution, it's like a reimbursement kind of thing only what we customized.
No,
Okay.
reimbursement is separate, but
Correct,
this
correct,
is
correct. So we are actually providing as a reimbursement in our payroll management solution, but the solution what you are expecting is available in our standard expense management module in D365. So if you want, like this can be developed in our payroll management also. That's not such a big customization if you ask.
okay. Okay, and workflows we can do any
Yeah, that's pretty
kind of.
standard. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All
and
conditional.
okay, and what about the in-house enhancement? Say, for example, now if I say I wanted to introduce a new incentive scheme for the staff, so
Okay.
is it easily configurable from our side, from the customer side, or we have to approach you?
No, no, it's easily configurable. Everything will be covering under the training session. So whatever the new like changes or the updates or the new configurations that you want, you can do from your user side itself. We'll be providing the user manual by referring to it. You can configure, and on one click, it will be updated to the employees for the set groups.
Okay. And what about the database? Which database you're using?
It's a SQL. Microsoft is coming with the SQL. If you are
Mm,
going with the on-prem implementation, this SQL will be sitting in your premises. It's a cloud. If it's a cloud, obviously, like but the database will be SQL.
okay. Okay. Got it. So do we get access to the database
If it is a cloud
for the development?
implementation,
Mm,
no, for development, we do take care. There is a dev environment, okay? In the dev environment, we do take care where you have access to the SQL or whatever. But for
mm,
the UAT or the live environment, if you need access to the database, if you are going with the cloud implementation, I'm saying, if it's a
mm.
on-prem, obviously you have the access. If it's a cloud implementation, if you need access, then we should raise a request to the Microsoft. Then Microsoft will give us the access for the particular limited time.
But we'll be getting the access to the development server, right? So in case if we need to develop
Development server,
anything,
that's yeah. There are like three servers, which is dev server, UAT, like staging, and the live environment. So dev server, like either you or we, all of us will be having access even to the UAT, I mean database also.
okay, okay, and the screen configuration also, it's not mm, that complicated, right? If we wanted to add any field in the existing screen,
Yes, you can
or if you
click
want to
and
introduce
insert.
any new screen, that we can do
We
anytime.
can. Yeah,
Okay,
field
okay,
addition or the view change, everything is
mm,
like a user option in D365.
okay. And there is one more thing on the not resumed employees in GCC. This is normal. People goes for leave and they don't return back. So when they are on leave, the salary is on hold. We pay the leave salary in advance. Okay, so they get the advance salary. When they
Uh,
resume,
uh,
they update the resumption in the system. Accordingly, system enables the employee in the payroll. If they don't
yes,
resume,
it will
then
not be
it
calculated.
will be in the unpaid leave. Currently, we do not have
Yes.
a hold option, so its system automatically applies unpaid leave and it
It
hold the
won't
payroll.
process the payroll. Yep. This is like
Correct.
a configure in our application.
Mm.
Resume after the leave, either automatic or manual, that can be configured. If it is set as manual, then without applying the resumption, your payroll will not be calculated. Okay, unless the resumption is applied and approved. If we
Okay,
set it as
and
an auto resumption, then payroll will automatically calculate, though it is
so if
resumed
the
payroll.
employee resumes after 2 months or 3 months,
Yeah.
what is the activities which we have to do? Do we need to apply the gap leave for the gap period? Or system will take care
In the
when I put the
resumption, you have
resumption.
the option to select the additional leave for this late resumption for this 30
Mm,
days or 60 days period.
mm,
And if there is any kind of a arrear calculation system has to take care, that will be taken care automatically. Like
okay.
initially, we might be considering that as an absent, like unpaid leave, since the resumption is not there, right? So later,
Correct.
if the management allows to take as some paid kind of a leave, then automatically system will process that arrear salary and it will bring it in the current open payroll. Okay.
Okay.
Even the
Okay.
accruals also.
Okay. Okay. Fine. And the leave balance, as soon as I cancel the leave, it is before payroll or after payroll, the
Automatic.
balance will get updated
Yes.
automatic. Okay. It is real time. You need not run
Yes.
any
Yes.
process, right?
No. Even to finance posting also, it will be automatically posted in that payroll month.
No, no. That's my question exactly. Do I need to wait till the payroll? Now, say for example, I
See, there are
applied
two
the.
things
Mm,
I'll explain you. Once the leave is applied and approved, instantly the leave balance will be deducted from the employee leave balance. Okay.
correct.
In the payroll management module, I'm saying. Then after processing the payroll, when you post the payroll JV to the finance, then only in your finance it will be impacted because we didn't run the payroll for that particular month. So once the payroll is run, then only it will be posted to finance.
Okay, that is the cost value for the leave.
Correct.
Okay,
Okay.
now my leave balance is 10 days. I applied 5 days.
Yeah.
Okay. Either before payroll or after payroll, I'm canceling the leave now.
Yeah.
So the balance will show, leave balance days will show immediately.
Yes, in your employee profile or in the employee leave balance, it
Will
will be
show
automatically. Yes.
immediately it will show. Okay.
Yes.
And the adjustment of the leave value that will happen in after the payroll. That is fine.
In the finance, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr.
Fine.
Sheikh, if you have any specific queries, I would definitely reach out to you post this
Yeah. It's
event,
fine.
and
I'm
we
done
can
with that.
schedule a one-on-one
Yeah.
session.
Yeah. I'm done with that.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Sheikh.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Sheikh. Thank you.
Mr. Ahmed, I have allowed your mic. Please unmute yourself and ask your query. Mr. Ahmed, you have to unmute. Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Yes. Yeah.
I would like someone to reach out with me, please, because I have some questions regarding the licenses.
Sure, Mr. Ahmed. We will reach out to
After the
you
meeting, yeah.
post this event.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Omar, I have allowed your mic. You can unmute yourself and ask your query.
Yes, I think I'm the last one. Am I right?
Yeah, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good
First
afternoon,
of all,
Mr.
I would
Omar.
like to thank you for your informative demo.
Thank you. It's our pleasure.
Actually, I have one question.
Yep.
It's a critical question for us exactly. As you know, here in Saudi Arabia, we have some regulation that regarding the hosting of the data. It's not allowed to host any data outside the kingdom. With
Yep.
Oracle, we have no issue with that since we have like an Oracle data center or server here in Saudi Arabia. What about Microsoft? Is there any expansion plan for servers in Saudi Arabia? Or?
Here, maybe I'm not the person who can answer, but I can say like we can go for an on-prem implementation if you want.
I have no capability. I don't have a capability to host it like on-prem.
Okay, then in this area, maybe we have to bring our infra team who can answer.
Mr. Omar, what we'll do is I have noted down your question. We will reach out to you via email, and I'll ask the specific question uh, to our infra consultant, and I'll get the response to you.
Yes,
In
please.
case you want to conduct a one-to-one session, do let us know.
Fine. It's okay. Fine. I'm waiting for a reply, please.
Sure. I'll definitely reach out to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Omar.
Thank you.
All right. I think that's it. if any particular question has been unanswered in the chat box, we will have a look at it and we will personally email you with the response. We already are up by I think 20 minutes, so we'll wind up this particular session over here. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. And you will receive the next communication from us with our the next webinar on in this particular deep dive series. And please do register and do let us know if you like this particular series. We would love to hear your feedback. Thank you so much, everybody.